Imagine waking up each morning with a mind that feels light, uncluttered, and free. Most people wake up and immediately carry yesterday into today, treating old worries like obligations instead of choices. Before they even rise from bed, the mind is already crowded with unfinished conversations, expectations, fears, plans, and memories demanding attention. But Buddhism offers a different beginning, a calmer beginning, rooted not in urgency, but in awareness. You don't have to start each day already exhausted, and you don't have to drag the weight of old thoughts into a brand new sunrise, or fill the morning with noise where clarity is meant to live. A clean mind is not an empty mind. It is a spacious mind, a mind that can breathe, renew, and see clearly. It is a mind gently washed of yesterday's dust, allowing you to step into today with presence and purpose. This is your invitation to begin again, not through force or pressure, but by softly meeting yourself each morning and choosing clarity, choosing peace, and choosing a fresh start. In this video, we will explore 6 timeless Buddhist teachings designed to help you cleanse your mind each morning so you can move through your day with calm awareness, inner balance, and quiet strength. Listen slowly and let the words settle like gentle light at dawn. This is your moment to reset, to breathe, and to welcome a new day with intention. Let us begin. Lesson 1 is to release yesterday before today begins. Every morning opens a quiet doorway, an opportunity to step into a new day without carrying the weight of the old one. Yet most people walk through this doorway with a crowded mind, holding on to stale emotions like heavy bags. They wake up thinking about what went wrong, what they wish they had said, what they regret, or what they fear may come next. The first Buddhist teaching for cleansing the mind is simple, yet deeply powerful. Begin by letting go of yesterday. In Buddhism, the past is seen as a dream that has already faded. It no longer truly exists. What happened is no longer happening, and what was said is no longer being spoken. Yet the mind clings, replaying old moments as if they are still alive, creating heaviness, anxiety, and mental noise. To cleanse the mind, you do not need to erase the past. You simply stop living inside it. When you wake up, take a slow breath and imagine your mind as a calm bowl of water with yesterday's emotions resting like dust on the surface. You do not need to fight them. You only need to let the water settle. When the mind becomes still, clarity rises naturally. Ask yourself softly, what am I holding on to that cannot serve me today? What pain am I preserving even though it wants to be released? This practice is not denial. It is freedom. It teaches you that you do not need to carry everything. You do not need to relive yesterday just because it once existed. You can acknowledge, accept, and release. Letting go each morning creates inner space. Space for peace, for intention, and for new possibilities to enter. You are not meant to wake up with the weight of old hours on your shoulders. You are meant to rise unburdened, open and ready to meet life as it is now. Each morning, whisper to yourself, yesterday has ended. Today is new. I let the past soften and dissolve. This is the first act of cleaning the mind, releasing what is already gone. Protect the first moments of your morning. Before the world speaks to you, your mind is wide open, soft, impressionable, clear. This is why the second Buddhist teaching for cleaning your mind is to guard the first moments of your morning as if they were sacred, because they are. Most people wake up and immediately expose themselves to noise, notifications, messages, obligations, distractions, opinions, and expectations. Before they even take their first breath consciously, the world has already entered their mind and claimed their attention. But Buddhism teaches something different. Your first thoughts shape the rest of your day. Just as the direction of a river can be influenced by a single stone, Your state of mind can be shaped by the very first experience that touches it. If you start your morning in chaos, your mind carries that chaos with it. If you begin with presence, your mind stays anchored throughout the day. So pause. Before you reach for your phone, before you check the news, before you revisit yesterday's worries, give yourself a small sanctuary of silence. Morning silence is not emptiness, it is nourishment. It is the soft glow before the mind becomes busy. It is the moment when peace can enter most easily. Even a single minute of intentional stillness can cleanse the mind more effectively than hours of forcing yourself to think positive. Ask yourself gently, what is the first energy I want to welcome today? What quality do I want to carry into the world? What thought can I choose that will support my peace? Your answer does not need to be poetic. It simply needs to be honest. Maybe the energy you want is calm. Maybe it is clarity. Maybe it is patience, acceptance, or gratitude. Whatever you choose, let it be the first thing you offer your mind each morning. You can place your hand over your heart and breathe. You can stretch slowly. You can sit in silence for a moment. You can repeat a peaceful affirmation. These acts are small, but they are powerful forms of mental hygiene. They prevent the world from storming your mind before you even wake up fully. Cleaning your mind is not always about doing more. Sometimes it is about creating just enough stillness for the mind to settle into balance. Protect your mornings, and your mornings will protect your mind. The third Buddhist teaching to clean your mind each morning is to gently return to the present moment, before your thoughts scatter into 1,000 directions. The mind loves to wander into the past, into the future, into what-ifs and should-haves and imagined scenarios that have nothing to do with the reality in front of you. But a wandering mind is a cluttered mind, and a cluttered mind cannot experience peace. Each morning, before you let the day sweep you away, practice the art of returning to your breath, your body, your senses, returning to this moment where life is actually happening. The Buddha said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." This is not just a philosophy, it is a daily cleansing ritual. When you wake up, notice how quickly thoughts begin to form. Some are useful, many are not. Some point you toward the day ahead, but many simply replay old memories or create imagined fears. These thoughts are like ripples on the surface of your mind. If you follow every ripple, you lose yourself in the waves. If you sit still, the water settles. Presence is how you settle the water. So here is a simple morning practice. Before you rise, place your attention on your breath. Not forced, not controlled, just noticed. Watch how it enters the body and how it leaves. This soft awareness pulls the mind out of yesterday and frees it from tomorrow. You might notice thoughts tugging at you, memories, worries, reminders, anxieties. Instead of fighting them, imagine gently smiling at each thought as it appears, then letting it drift away like a leaf on a stream. You don't push it away, you simply don't follow it. Ask yourself quietly, where is my mind right now? Is this thought helping me begin the day with peace? Is the story I'm telling myself even real in this moment? Most of the time, the answer is no. Returning to presence cleans the mind because it interrupts unconscious thinking. It stops the automatic mental loops that drain your energy. It pulls you back into the simple truth. This moment is enough. This moment is real. This moment is all you need. When you cultivate presence, you experience something most people miss. The gift of being alive right now, the smell of morning air, the texture of your bedsheets, the quietness of your room, the feeling of your breath rising and falling like a gentle tide. Presence is the purifier of the mind. It doesn't erase your responsibilities. It doesn't make life perfect, but it dissolves the mental noise that keeps you from meeting the day with steadiness. And here is the secret. The mind cannot be anxious when it is truly present. It cannot be overwhelmed when it is grounded in the now. It cannot be cluttered when it is resting in awareness. Every morning, bring yourself back to the moment you are actually living. This simple act of returning is one of the most powerful ways to start your day with a clean and peaceful mind. Lesson 4. Accept impermanence to remove mental resistance. The fourth Buddhist teaching for cleansing your mind each morning is to accept impermanence. The understanding that everything in life is always changing, always moving, always becoming something new. What clutters the mind most is not change itself, but our resistance to it. We cling to how things used to be. We fear how things might become. We grasp for control over what was never meant to be held. This tension creates mental debris, an inner heaviness that follows you into each new day. But Buddhist wisdom teaches, when you accept impermanence, you stop suffering from the natural flow of life. Each morning remind yourself, today will be different from yesterday. Nothing stays the same, and that is the way of nature. This is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to free you. In the morning, take a breath and mentally release your grip. Release the need for control. Release yesterday's version of yourself. Release the pressure for today to unfold in a specific way. Ask yourself, what am I resisting that I could instead accept? What change is happening in my life that I keep fighting? What would happen if I allowed myself to flow with life instead of struggling against it? These questions open space in the mind. They dissolve mental knots. They create room for clarity, compassion, and freedom. Accepting impermanence each morning cleans the mind by removing the resistance that creates so much inner tension. It invites calm, surrender, and a deeper kind of wisdom. You cannot stop life from changing, but you can learn to breathe with it, and in that breath, you will find peace. The fifth Buddhist teaching for cleansing your mind each morning is to anchor yourself in gratitude for the simple things, the ordinary miracles that are so often overlooked. Gratitude is one of the most gentle and effective ways to clear mental heaviness. It does not erase challenges, but it shifts the mind from scarcity to presence, from longing to appreciation, from what is missing to what is already here. Most people wake up thinking about what they have to do, what they're behind on, and what they fear might go wrong. Their morning begins with pressure instead of peace. But Buddhism teaches that gratitude cleanses the mind because it interrupts the habitual tendency to focus on problems. It brings you back to the abundance of this moment because gratitude does not need to be dramatic. It only needs to be honest. When you wake up, notice the quiet gifts around you. The breath moving easily through your lungs, the warmth of your bed, the soft light entering the room, the chance to live one more day, the simple truth that you are still here. These are not small things, they are the foundation of life, yet the mind often overlooks them when it is caught in worry. Gently say to yourself, I am grateful for this breath. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for a new beginning. This is not forced positivity. It is awareness. It is choosing to see what is real instead of getting lost in imagined fears. Gratitude clears the mind by shifting your attention, helping you stop feeding thoughts that exhaust you and begin nurturing thoughts that steady and calm you. You wake up to the richness of your life instead of the noise in your head, and gratitude also softens comparison. You stop measuring your life against others because you become present with your own. You stop chasing more because you remember that enough already exists, and you stop believing your worth comes only from achievement because you recognize the quiet meaning already living in the simplest moments. Each morning, name a few things you appreciate, not because they are extraordinary, but because they are present. Warm water, a quiet moment, a familiar voice, the ability to walk, breathe, feel, and love. As the mind learns to notice these simple gifts, mental clutter fades, your energy softens, and the day begins with a sense of fullness instead of lack. Gratitude is not only a feeling, it is a cleansing that washes negativity from the mind, softens the heart, and strengthens the spirit, reminding you that even during difficulty, life still holds beauty. When you begin the morning with gratitude, the rest of the day naturally flows in a calmer direction. The sixth Buddhist teaching for cleansing the mind each morning is to set a compassionate intention, a quiet, inner direction that gently guides how you move through the day. Unlike goals which focus on results, intentions focus on presence. They are about who you choose to be, not what you want to achieve. An intention is like a lantern. It does not force the path. It simply lights the way. The Buddha taught that our actions begin in the state of the heart. When the heart is tense, actions become tense. And when the heart is peaceful, actions become peaceful. An intention shapes this inner state by orienting the mind toward compassion, clarity, and calm before the world begins pulling you in different directions. Your intention does not need to be perfect or poetic. It only needs to be sincere. Each morning, ask yourself quietly what energy you want to bring into the world, what quality you want to nurture in your interactions, and how you can act from compassion rather than habit. Your answer may be simple. Today I choose patience. Today I choose to speak softly. Today I choose to listen more. Today I choose not to rush. This single intention becomes a compass, something you can return to when the mind feels cluttered or overwhelmed, reminding you that you always have a choice in how you respond. It brings you back to awareness instead of reactivity and reduces inner conflict, so you no longer wake up pulled in many directions or fight your way through the day. Instead, you align yourself with one clear, compassionate direction and allow the day to unfold from that place. And here is something truly beautiful. A compassionate intention is not only for others, it is also for yourself. You can choose to be kinder to yourself, to forgive your imperfections, and to allow yourself to rest. Compassion is not weakness. It is a form of mental clarity that dissolves harshness, softens resistance, and strengthens your ability to move through life with grace. When you begin your day with intention, you move with purpose instead of pressure. You respond rather than react, and you breathe rather than rush. The mind becomes steadier, quieter, and cleaner because it knows where it is going. Each morning, choose one compassionate intention and carry it with you like a gentle flame, letting it light your path, settle your mind, and bring peace to everyone you meet, especially yourself. As you move forward into your day, remember that peace is not something you wait for. It is something you choose, gently, moment by moment. These teachings are not just ideas. They are living practices that slowly reshape how you breathe, think, and experience the world. If today's reflection brought you clarity or comfort, I invite you to continue this journey with us for more teachings, morning practices, and calming reflections to support your inner growth. Thank you for being here. May you walk with ease, awareness, and a peaceful heart.